So for the client that we have, that's a 55-year-old male who mostly works in sedentary conditions and has arthritis in both of his knees. Automatically, no matter when I meet a client, the first thing that I'm going to do is take body composition measurements. So I'd be taking his BMI, BIA, or skin fold measurements just to get an accurate kind of data analysis on where he is starting with and extending. Then secondly, I would do the plumb line assessment just to see if there's any deviations or muscular imbalances that I need to look out for. Most likely if his knees are hurting, they might either be caving in. When he's standing, he might compensate in other areas like doing pronation or supination in the ankle. So the next assessment is going to be assessing the upper body. It's going to be looking for the scapular mobility and shoulder stabilization. What I am looking for is if there is any compensations or mobility issues that is causing him any pain in the upper body and or lack of range of motion within his shoulder and scapula.
So what I would have him do is reach above his head and try to touch that opposite side top scapula, and then with the opposite side, palm facing out, I would have him reach his bottom scapula. And then same exact thing for the opposite side. We're just testing to see if there's any pain, any issues with his range of motion, as well as also scapular mobility and his shoulder stability.
So the next one I would do is the T-spine mobility screen. Because he is sitting all day, it's probably more than likely that he doesn't have very good T-spine mobility or good mobility anywhere. So what I would like to assess for is when he is sitting down in a chair, I would put like a yoga block if I work at a gym with one in between his legs, a PVC pipe right behind his shoulders, have him hold on to it, sit back in the chair, and completely turn his T-spine both ways. And I'd be assessing for his ability to turn. Maybe the next one I would do is, although he does have bad knees, I want to see his ability to get into a squat position or to pick things up. So for the bend and lift screen, what I'm going to have him do is get into a comfortable stance or position. I would have either two PVC pipes or anything that's available that can recreate the same movements. And what I'd be looking for is I would ask him to do about 3 to 5 repetitions of a squat in the best form that he can. As he's going down, I would look for starting from the ankles to the top, kind of what type of deviations he's creating. More likely than not, he's making compensations in his other joints due to his arthritis in his knees. Something that I'm checking to see if there's any deviations, how his ankles are, if he's doing eversion or inversion with his feet. I would look for especially the knees if they're going valgus or vargus, just to see how he's compensating. And then for one of my last assessments, I want to be able to assess his core as well as also his ability to balance. It sounds like he isn't on his feet all day, especially with his long commute. Is that we're going to do the sharpened Romberg test. Then I would have him on both sides, because we're going to do it bilaterally, see when he puts one leg in front of the other, crosses the hands across the chest, looks straight forward and closes his eyes, how long he's able to balance for on each side. So I just want to be able to see his current balance, because I don't want to throw him into a squat with bad knees, bad balance, bad core. We want to slowly be able to strengthen that up. So I want to be able to assess kind of where he's standing when it comes to these types of assessments.